Hello and welcome to the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. It's Tuesday, September 7th, 2021. Welcome back, everybody. We are back after, well, a satisfying 3-day long weekend, a Labor Day long weekend. It's behind us, and what a way to open this first day post Labor Day. Yes, we return to the markets, and if you're just waking up now, I'm going to warn you, you may fall out of your seat to hear about this. We had a massive rout in the market just a couple hours ago. We are still dealing with the fallout from that. Intraday move across the majors has sent billions, 2.6 billion liquidated, guys, as Bitcoin dumped as much as 20% intraday. We have since bounced. Indeed, we went as low as 42k, 42.5-ish on Bitcoin. Ethereum, something similar. Ethereum got as low as $3,000, guys. Quick mental math tells me this move was the breadth of this move is measured about 20-ish, 25 almost percent.
Yes, 25%.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Indeed. Absolutely brutal. And we've got, of course, our analysts. Our analysts here are here on standby in the ready room. The panic, the alarms started wailing today, and our crack team of analysts, our market experts, mobilized immediately, and they're here in the studio right now.
We've got a fire pole that we slide down whenever the market. It's fun, actually. Yeah.
Wow. It's a lot of fun to watch people just lose their mind.
I bet it is. And judging by the amount of liquidations today, guys, a lot of people were caught offside.
5x leverage was liquidated.
Yep, 5x, just a modest 5x leverage, absolutely devastated. Here you thought you were piling into the log that was going to ride you all the way to new all-time highs. 100K? Nope. Get slapped in the face with a 20% move to the downside, just enough to liquidate a lot of people. So what comes next? That is, of course, the one of the main things we're going to try and tackle on today's show, guys. We do have an exciting 90 minutes ahead of us. That includes a look, of course, at the news that I'm about to get into very briefly. We're going to check in on bubbles. Spoiler alert, the alt space is equally gutted this Tuesday afternoon. We're going to shout out the audience, of course. We're going to open that DLive chest in about an hour, and we're going to get into a TA and all your requests in just a little bit as well. So big shout outs to everybody, and yeah, we're back. Welcome back to the audience as well. Let's go ahead and get into it. I have a few news stories to cover today. Let's go ahead and look. All right, this one I might just read the title on. Comes from Crypto Potato. Bitcoin dumps 7K to below 43 as 2.6 billion liquidated in just minutes. In a completely unexpected turn of events. Well, maybe not completely unexpected. Not if you're watching or tuning into our show, of course. Bitcoin's price crashed below 43K in a matter of minutes. This happens, of course, on the very same day El Salvador officially recognizes it as legal tender in what many call the new Bitcoin day. All right, I don't have to really reiterate the last couple hours of price action because I've already touched on it, but indeed, it seems to coincide with kind of another milestone in the space, and that's El Salvador. We're going to get into that topic in just a second. I have another piece here from the Block Crypto. Retail traders drove activity in stocks and crypto this summer, according to JP Morgan. Retail trading activity in stocks and crypto was elevated according to a new analysis from JP Morgan, helped push asset prices to new highs. Retail trading activity fueled the ascent of crypto and U.S. equity markets over the course of the summer, according to new analysis penned by JP Morgan's analysts. Retail investor flows into exchange-traded funds and U.S. stocks hit a near record high of $16 billion during July, with flows remaining high at around $13 billion, well above previous record highs of $10 billion seen last June, according to an indicator built by JP Morgan. So indeed, this is a bit of a retail frenzy that's fueling markets, guys. In the aftermath of the big lockdown, the new lockdown lifestyle that many people are leading. Go ahead.
I guess it's helpful to know that it's retail frenzy, but JP Morgan and all these other big outfits have been saying that about the markets for like the last 9 months. Like, oh, it's a retail frenzy. Oh, it's a retail frenzy. They were saying that last August. It's a retail frenzy. It's a retail frenzy. Maybe it is true. Maybe it isn't true. I don't think it's helpful to declare that anymore. What does it matter? The markets are, well, they were still going up. I'm weary of these
Pronouncements, indeed.
yeah, of these pronouncements. Thank
Yep.
you, from J.P. Morgan and BlackRock and these others about markets that I'm not really sure that they understand.
Yeah, I mean, to me,
Anyway,
this is just setting up for one thing, and that is to maybe pull the rug out from under retail, and then when we do get the big unwinding, maybe blame it, in fact, on retail overheating, over speculating. I could see that exactly playing out along those lines. They're going to end up chastising. Go ahead.
I was just saying, then having put in more restrictions on it to protect the regular consumer.
Exactly.
I remember during the whole GME debacle where they were blaming retail traders and not the hedge funds that had been naked shorting.
Exactly.
That were way overexposed, like not their fault.
Yep, I think we just got a taste on that, guys. I do feel like, if anything, financial services, especially the way that we're going, the way regulators are looking to crack down on the industry. Finances, crypto was meant to address the issue of inclusion, I guess, in finance and big finance. And sadly, I don't think we're actually going to achieve that. I think we're actually going to go in the opposite direction. They're going to make it out to be that retail is absolutely dangerous when they get access, I guess, to the mainstream markets, and as a result, we might have Big Brother coming down on us and saying, "No, the average person's actually not even entitled to these types of markets. Leave that to the elites and the wealthy." And there you go, guys. So much for financial inclusion, right? All right, enough of this piece here from the block. We get the idea. Here's a piece from ZY Crypto. ARK's Cathie Wood firmly counters billionaire Paulson's take on crypto eventually becoming worthless. Cathie Wood, CEO of ARK Investments, has spoken concerning what she thinks about John Paulson's stance on cryptocurrency. Speaking to Bloomberg's David Rubenstein just a little while ago, legendary beneficiary of U.S. housing market crash of 2008, Paulson asserted that cryptocurrencies would prove to be, quote, worthless in the long term, and strongly advised against investing in the asset class regardless of how popular they become. He was also of the opinion that crypto has no intrinsic value and could therefore not compete with gold. Cathie Wood, on the other hand, is also a highly successful investor and cryptocurrency proponent that tackled the stance of this billionaire. In an interview with Yahoo Finance's Brian Sozzi yesterday, Wood pointed out that Paulson has missed the fact that Bitcoin and crypto are, quote, much more than just a store of value or digital gold. While praising Paulson for his previous success in investing in gold, she thinks that this is the success that made him, and investors like him are unable to understand the digital concepts associated with gold. She then goes on to explain the digital concept. To her, Cathie Wood, Bitcoin is a global rules-based monetary system which is completely decentralized, making it to be out of the control of policymakers. This is especially so in the emerging markets where it acts as a hedge against the whims of policymakers. Excuse me. I had to clear my throat for a second. Other cryptocurrencies, including Ethereum, are considered by her to also be pioneering the removal of friction and middlemen in the financial services sector. The fact that they're getting attention from regulators is a sign that they are accomplishing these purposes. Her general comment on the importance of blockchain technology also pointed out that technology was filling an important void on the internet. The internet has been given a new tool for commerce that it did not have or did not think to have in its early days. This lack was due to the fact that internet was not made for commerce but for defense, academia, information exchange, and intelligence. Indeed, guys, the protocols that we use every day to communicate were not exactly used for digitizing and transmission of actual value through the fiber optic networks of the human world here. And indeed, this is technology that the likes of Paulson and other gold bug boomers likely cannot begin to wrap their head around. They don't understand the big implications. But shout out to ARK Capital's Cathie Wood. She apparently does, and somebody who can be counted on to at least bolster support. Let's have a look here. El Salvador, this one comes from Cointelegraph. El Salvador buying the dip as Bitcoin flash crash to 42.9K. Volatility returned to the crypto market in a buy the rumor, sell the news type scenario for Bitcoin. El Salvador appears unfazed. The president bought the dip. All right, let's take a closer look at how much substance is there to the story. Of course, we're making kind of history here. El Salvador kind of today, I think today is a big day. Today, I think some official signing of the whole Bitcoin law in El Salvador. Well, here's a tweet from Salvadorian President Nayib Bukele, and he writes, "Buying the dip, 150 new coins added." Well, it's cool when heads of state are bullish on Bitcoin and even tweeting about it. Welcome, El Salvadorian President. With your initial purchase of 200 Bitcoin, roughly valued at 10 million. I guess they just added another 150 Bitcoin, almost doubled their Bitcoin bag. El Salvador now holds 550 BTC, worth roughly $28 million at current prices. All right, not bad, not bad. It's crazy to think that there's whales out here in this space who probably have bigger bags than the entire nation of El Salvador.
There's gonna be the biggest goddamn statue of that dude in like the center of El Salvador in like 10 years, like the genius that brought us out.
I guess that remains to be seen, but yes, we can certainly, hopefully, this is indeed what El Salvador is lacking, but something tells me, their issues might be more systemic than Bitcoin and good money alone, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I have heard that there is a big pushback from the Venezuelan, or sorry to say, the El Salvadorian people. The public not so enamored with this concept, but I guess time will tell. Let's dive into another piece here. Here is the tweet indeed. Let's keep it rolling. This is something Alex, I think, linked to in the News Pulse Premium. Wrecked.news. Tomb Finance got wrecked. The raid of Tomb Finance makes for Phantom's first fatality. Was it? Excuse me, once again. All right. Oh my God, my voice is still. Excuse me, guys. I'm just gonna get a sip of water.
This guy was doing Twitter Spaces all night long. You don't know it, but he's kind of becoming an influencer.
Yeah,
he's kind of a big deal.
You got that mannequin head, Mark. Corner, baby.
Guys, I appreciate the words. But yes, I think we all know I bring certain things to the table, and I can help drum up excitement on other projects, but let's go ahead and get back to this piece. All right, so Tomb Finance, was it an exploit, an on-chain tax evasion? The attacker set up a website so that others could join in. Tomb Finance had created an algorithmic stablecoin on the Phantom chain. Their website stated that Tomb is a taxed token, which means you'll pay a service fee when selling Tomb. A tax token doesn't sound very appealing, especially to the crypto crowd. Perhaps that's why an anonymous actor made a website allowing users to evade this tax. The Tomb team say it wasn't a hack, but we'll let the wrecked readers be the judge of that. Let's see here. The root of the problem was a method of circumventing the protocol's gatekeeper fee system, which aims to keep the price of Tomb pegged to Phantom. All right, so apparently this whole write-up goes into, one of Phantom's first DeFi token, I guess, releases that ended up getting wrecked in the end. Might be worth a read, so do check this out. Alex, is something you want to add? You did give this story.
It's just Tomb Finance has been trying to keep the peg with basically development funds and all these other funds. They failed at keeping their peg because their system was designed very poorly.
Well then, as always, buyer beware in this space, especially right now. With all these upstart chains, with fees super high on Ethereum as of late, Solana on the come up, Cardano, I guess, beginning to roll out smart contracting and its own DeFi rise. We are going to see this. We are going to see people kind of looking for new opportunities on new chains. In this case, and in some cases, yes, massive risks, guys. And of course, they exist on chains like Ethereum, but equally so on others as well, especially as, again, this frenzy begins to form of looking for fresh opportunities on other chains. There's going to be a whole new season of rug pulls coming to, well, your favorite alt chain, I guess. Let's have a look here. Here's a tweet from Willy Woo.
Moonriver's been out for a week and a half, and there's already been 2 rug pulls on that.
Wow. Well, there you have it, guys. Always.
Definitely make sure the developers can use complete sentences in English before you invest in a project.
Always a good
Unless
idea.
it's like specifically like an emerging markets, then you use a translator at that point.
Okay. Yes, very good advice. Let's have a look at this tweet from Willy Woo. NFTs are not in a bubble. Not yet. Once they get fractionalized and traded with derivatives at scale, now that's when NFTs become a bubble. The scenes from The Big Short and the 2008 housing collapse can equally be applied to NFT markets of the future. All right, so Willy Woo chiming in on NFTs. NFTs, everyone wondering, are they in fact in a bubble?
There is now a couple different ways you can leverage NFTs. I saw one person had created floor perp, which was a type of perpetual contract based off of obviously floor price, which is interesting because then you can kind of like Arthur Hayes had talked about in his article the other day. At that point, you can purchase the underlying asset and short the floor price and become a market beta neutral. I believe is how that would work. Anyway, it gives you some interesting things that you can do, but also people are just gonna take their expensive NFTs, jam them in, use them to leverage, buy more NFTs, and it's going to be quite a spectacle once it rolls out.
Indeed, something I was talking about yesterday as well. The future is going to be certainly interesting. NFTs meets DeFi. All right. Let's see here. Do I have another story to add here? Yes, El Salvador becomes the first country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. The entire crypto industry is watching El Salvador today as the country's bill to make Bitcoin legal tender finally takes effect after announcing the plan at Bitcoin 2021 in June as a way to address the country's significant unbanked population and reduce remittance costs in the country. The president's government had little time to prepare the country's 6.5 million people for the highly controversial move. As Bitcoin joins the US dollar as legal tender in El Salvador, confusion remains on one critical factor: are businesses obliged to accept Bitcoin? Legislation that brought the adoption into law stipulates that as legal tender, businesses and the government must accept Bitcoin as payments for goods and services, as well as taxes and any fines. This position has been contradicted on multiple occasions past few weeks. However, the country's finance minister said using Bitcoin will remain totally optional and businesses will not incur any penalty for not accepting it. The president said as much in late August when he was announcing the rollout of hundreds of Bitcoin ATMs, tweeting, "What if someone doesn't want to use Bitcoin? Well, don't download the state digital-backed wallet and continue living your normal life." All right, so at least it's, I can understand the population being a little apprehensive. At least they're not absolutely forcing everybody onto the Bitcoin rails. But nonetheless, it certainly is it's a day. It's a chapter in Bitcoin's glorious history. Here we are, getting signed into law as official tender in one of the countries. So, bit of a historic day. Let's go ahead and cover one or two last news items. Let's see the time here. Yeah, I'm doing good on time. Here's a piece from Forecast. FTX's NFT platform spammed by fish. SBF's test NFT sells for $270,000. All right, let's have a look here. Crypto derivatives exchange FTX.
I must be pretty happy about that.
I bet he is. Bankman-Fried making the bucks. FTX has started charging US $10 for people to mint their NFTs on its new NFT marketplace after it was flooded by images of fish shortly after launch. Well, somebody has a sense of humor. All right, so this is an issue I think you have in blockchain. When you make things too cheap, you just open up a vector for network spam. So, well, here's one way to counter it. You got to start charging people $10 to mint. Too much of a good thing. Too much free.
Yeah. Just, nobody's gonna fill up OpenSea with fish on Ethereum.
Yes, exactly. FTX's new NFT marketplace allows users in the US and internationally to mint, buy, and sell NFTs across the Ethereum and Solana blockchains. Quote, "Make your own NFTs," Sam Bankman-Fried said in a September 6th tweet on the launch. The new marketplace quickly caught on and was inundated, inexplicably, by users posting fish images, leading FTX to impose a US $500 fee to submit NFTs. Wow. Due to the massive number of massive number of submissions, too many of which were just pictures of fish, we are now charging a one-time $500 fee to submit NFTs, tweeted the FTX CEO.
I would pay $500 to keep posting fish on FTX.
I know.
At least it's one time.
Don't.
Yeah, it's a one-time fee. Whatever, it's worth it.
Yes, one time to keep spanning Friedman deep into the night with fish. The one-time fee was reduced to $10 US NFT charge hours later after feedback said that the $500 fee could price out struggling artists from participating. Quote, now it costs a flat $10 to mint them. No upfront cost. We're refunding all 500s paid. SBF said, hopefully this reduces the fish-related spam while making it affordable. Yes, brutal.
I hope it gets worse just because they reported on it.
Building out the NFT ecosystem, FTX, which is based in Hong Kong, joins a growing number of cryptocurrency exchanges that have launched a marketplace for NFTs amid explosive growth. Last week, OKEX announced the launch of an NFT marketplace. Binance, of course, launched its NFT marketplace, joining the ranks of Crypto.com and Wazarex, and Japanese-based Coincheck. Man, it seems like everybody's throwing down on NFTs. In an interview with Forecast, Sam Bankman-Fried said that FTX as a centralized exchange saw an opportunity to provide people with the infrastructure to list and trade their NFTs on. All right, not going to cover too much of this, guys. This is a long article. If you do want to dive a little further into SBF and his going-ons with the fish market, with the NFT fish places, do check out the description. I will drop a link to this article in that YouTube description in just a moment. Flash crash, Ethereum, yes. This article mostly just recaps the price action, indeed, including Ethereum. Ethereum also absolutely routed in this move. We talked just a few minutes ago about that. All right, we got this out of the way. Let's go ahead.
I mean, the people in the group, like, I posted in the members lounge that I was looking at the chart patterns, and it was beginning to look like it could be a topping behavior, and we definitely got that sell-off. Of course, I couldn't take it as a PTP, but I was still looking at the charts and looking for weakness, and I did warn people that it does look like we could get a press down to 45. Didn't expect the flash crash to 42, but at the same time it could have been protected there, because I mean, a 5x margin getting wiped, that's nothing to be that's terrible.
Indeed. A lot of people liquidated today. 2.6 billion wrecked. Go figure. But I guess it was ripe.
Did, but glad I didn't.
Hey, everybody was piling into longs, and I really don't know if there was like a legit long signal by any means on the table. I mean, looking at my Bitcoin indicators right now, yesterday's close above the baseline.
We didn't have enough momentum on WADA.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's quite a few long signals yesterday, but none of them had enough momentum. And I even posted in my my signals that I'm like, well, things do look bullish here, but I have a feeling that we're going to get a pullback because it just seems like kind of stagnant, and we saw the evidence there.
Yeah,
so
this is why we use this is why we use WADA. We use volatility filters. We use different different metrics to confirm these trades. And I can tell you right now, just even one quick glance at my indicators here. Yesterday was definitely not a go for a long, much less a over-leveraged 5, 10x or higher long. People got smoked. So rest in peace out there. Hopefully none of our people here among us were the victims. But let's get into the live chat right now. Actually, let's go see how the loyal CC audience is doing in the live chat, guys. Sure missed you over the weekend, but we're back this Tuesday. Let's have a look here. Daniel on YouTube. Hi guys, big shout out to Daniel. You're first in the chat. Jordan Stotts. Yo, happy Rosh Hashanah. What's Rosh Hashanah again?
That's not Indian.
No, it's definitely a Jewish holiday.
That's right.
That's right.
Oy vey. Well then, happy Rosh Hashanah to you too, Jordan Stotts. Dave Rice, shoutouts to you. Hey all.
Where are you from again? You can't. You're Canadian. Do they not have Jewish people in Canada?
They're a very, very small part of the population. I mean, I suspected I think it was Jewish. I'm certainly heard of this holiday. But guys, the Jewish people make up like sub 1% of the U.S. and Canadian population. So not very prominent. Alex, are you of the tribe, really?
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I was an honorary Jew in college.
Well, if a name like Pearson, I wasn't sure.
I
the Jew frat.
All right. Well, let's not get demonetized by the ADL and keep it rolling here. Dave Rice, big shout outs to you. Watching everything go to hell is a great day if you're short. Well, Dave Rice, indeed. If you're on the short side of things, looking good. Ron Legato, big shout outs to you. It's Ponzi. Hey, dudes, what a morning from Ed Ted Zed. Franklin MC, good morning. That was an interesting dip. You call this a dip? This is a
I was
rout.
trying to convince Jack yesterday that the short was the right idea.
Oh, you were, dude. You were DMing me last night, and you're like, "Yo, it's gonna happen. I'm telling you."
telling you, dude,
And I was like, I was rolling my eyes. I was like, "Dude, this thing is climbing over 52. What are you talking about?" And
Dude
Jason,
didn't DM me last night.
Well, I figured you knew, man.
Yep.
Okay.
Alex
No, I'm
didn't leave you a message.
distracted.
sell everything. Do it now. All right. Big shout outs to Mike Maker. Ted said, Bitcoin's huge red candle woke me up better than any cup of coffee I ever had. Yeah, nothing like checking your phone in the morning.
That's a bad way to wake up, bud.
Yeah, waking up to 45k Bitcoin. You went to bed at 52. Brutal. Let's see here. Crypto Jenny. Yes, it's been a hell of a morning. Hope everyone is nice and calm. Big shout outs to Crypto Jenny. David Rice, let's roll up a few fatties, break out the alcohol, get some jerky and popcorn, watch this market mess some people up.
So just have a good time.
Well, that's an interesting way to spend your Tuesday afternoon. I'm not sure if we're at those type of lows yet, but yes, pour me a drink when we break below 42, I guess. Mike Maker, I bought the dip. Well, shout outs to Mike Maker. It's Money Tuesdays apparently. David Rice, big shout outs to you. Hamid Kaskar over here on YouTube. Oh my God, look at every RSI chart on anything in crypto, pretty well corrected. Yes, I guess the RSI would be
Step up, elevator down. Your
Indeed.
oscillators need time to reset.
Franklin MC. I decided to let my portfolio ride until I have a system. Good idea. It's time to stop losing, discretionary trading. Build yourself out a system. If you need help figuring out how to become a systems trader, I highly encourage you to check out the Pathways to Profits course we have over on premium.krakencryptocurrency.com. Damon Hughes, you see Solana Bitcoin. I'm guessing Solana Bitcoin popped off pretty hard because Solana managed to buck this trend somehow. Crypto Bull 21, happy Tuesday all. All right, shout out to Crypto Bull. Special guest today. No, I don't think so, but hang tight. We might have a special guest coming soon. Ernest of Gaia, big shout outs.
We definitely have a special guest today.
We do? Or we don't? We don't or we do? All right, well, we will.
Look at the screen. Look at your...
My chat?
Yeah.
Or... let's take a look here. Oh, yes, indeed. Somebody, indeed. Santa Claus came to town, and he's kicking it in the live chat right now, guys. The myth, the man, the legend.
Hey, hello to your little friend.
Very nice. Ernest the Guy, big shout outs to you. Crypto Bull 21, I already mentioned that. Ted said Solana just shrugged it off with no given. Yes, indeed. Solana's candles were still green during the entire dip, said Ted Zed. Wow, Solana just that heavy, eh? Yes, the famous Justin Wise. I think this is the real Justin Wise, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go, he writes. Yes, the man, Justin Wise, in the live chat right now. Taz Blitz, good day all.
Another impersonating scammer. Just ban that guy.
All right,
Yeah,
way ahead
Hammer.
of you. Way ahead of you. Polly B, hey folks, big shouts to Polly B. Blackbird 987, is this the Justin Wise? He asks. I think it is. Crypto Bull 21, he's England. Yes, direct from England. England incarnate. Blackbird 987, the man, the myth, the legend. Yes, indeed. Mike Maker, I guess the international bankers wanted to stick it to El Salvador. That's one way potentially, if you're conspiratorial, to look at it. I really don't think it's got anything to do with them. Blackbird 987, get this man some lemons. Yes, guys, we will have plenty of lemons to go around in just a little bit. Blackbird 987, I won 80% cash over the past week. It feels so good. Yes, if you went into cash, if you hedged up, you must be feeling really good right about now.
I feel pretty good about being flat right now.
It's Ponzi, says Jason, and Alex's computer fans started going crazy. Yes, exactly. Your laptops probably went into meltdown mode a couple hours ago, I'm guessing, amidst the
I've actually been
carnage.
closing my laptop overnight lately, so I wouldn't have known, because it definitely would have woke me up.
Okay. Yes, always shut off.
I'm messing up my sleep by trying to look at the screen.
Shut the hardware off for the night, guys. Yes, it is. My friend, says Justin Wise. So good to be back. Good luck to the boys for a great show. Well, thank you, Justin. Welcome back. Hopefully, we'll have you maybe on the show in the coming days. Polly B, I got wiped out on a couple margins, but they were only tiddlers, thank God. All right. Well, Polly B.
Says when they've lost money, and they're like, it was just play money anyways.
Never a good thing.
Play money till it's zero.
Yep. Profit Bear, did you buy that dip? He asks. ETH1, hi guys, shouts to ETH1. USDT Dominance PA called this dump many days in advance. What's USDT Dominance PA perform
Price action.
Price action, yes.
Oh.
Might
Well, I
have.
mean, I think Bitcoin price action called it because that's what I was talking about yesterday.
I guess the USDT dominance probably indicated people flowing into the dollars. I guess, but indeed, it was in the charts as Jason points out here. Jordan Stotts, Justin, I missed you, brother. Hope you and the little one are doing well. Mr. Ether, I told you if we do below 200 day MA, I am selling. Yes, Mr. Ether might very well be selling here. Ron Legato, thanks for shadow banned again. I'll check the YouTube in a minute, see if we are indeed shadow banned. Let's see here. Corruptible says my buy was at 44.5. I missed it by $100. Well, that's kind of sucks. Jordan Stotts, Justin Wise, market today did exactly what my tomato crop did a few months ago. Well, it wilted and died, didn't it? Toes in the sand, wrecked overnight and this morning. I went to bed and told my wife I should go into cash here, and I didn't. Ouch. Man. Well, maybe don't tell her you flubbed that one. Jag 0077. Everything looks like it's correcting. It sure does. Let's see here. Someone says it is in the feed. We're not shadow banned. Nick K, please take a look at RSR. Hang tight. I'll add that to the list. Let's see here. We need to pick up liquidity to move back up. He's probably growing a beard. Maybe. Rolo Maximus, LMAFO. Lizards are going to dump on El Salvador. All right. Ron Legato, return to the king. Indeed. Return of the king. Indeed. Let's see here. Is this it? I have to get a move on, guys. Let's see here. Prophet Bear is back in the chat as well. Shoutouts to you. And Justin Wise interacting with the people of the live chat. Always the people's man. Dark Rico. Hello, fellow traders. Well, hello, fellow trader Dark Rico. AB Gunner. Apparently they bought the dip too. Yes, they did. We did cover that briefly. The president did tweet out, the El Salvadoran president, he bought the dip. Dave Rice, I already mentioned. And let's see here. Deep into the night. Thank you, Crypto Jenny. Boris Bitcoin, shout out to the CC crew. August was my most profitable month of trading. I hope to continue this into September, despite today stinging a little bit. Yes, guys, this is just the beginning of September.
A good equity curve has 2 steps up and 1 step back down, man. I mean, you're gonna have bad days too. You just gotta stay on the horse and make sure that you're maintaining your risk management as well as trust in your systems, right?
Word. Yes, Boris Bitcoin still 3 weeks ish left in the month. Still plenty of time to turn around whatever damage this Tuesday did to your portfolio. Damian Hughes. Justin is indeed free. Let's have a look here. Mike Maker. All right. Joe Mama, Gravy Grits and Greens Jones on Twitch. Put my shorts on a stick and fried them deep. Well, I hope your shorts were proved fruitful today, Mr. Joe Mama of the live chat. Alberta Gunner commenting on jerky and popcorn being weird. Yeah, it's kind of a weird snacking combo, but I guess whatever floats your boat. ETH1, and I think that's about everybody, guys. I would love to read all your comments, but we're almost out of time for this segment. We got to get into the next piece. New user Toy Tomato over on YouTube. Do you think we will fall deeper? I think the answer might be yes, but we're gonna get into the
26 forever.
We are gonna get into the TA. So hopefully, in this main analysis, Alex will certainly cover and answer that question. How much deeper will this go? Someone bought up the dip a bit, but I got a bad feeling. Alex is going to go live momentarily, and I'm going to flip over to his scene, guys. As for the rest of yous, I'm going to go into the live chat and start collecting all your requests. You know where to put them. Let's see here. Let's go into the main scene. We have Bitcoin USD BitMEX daily perp. So I think I'm all synced up with Alex, and you got control. I'll be back in a few minutes. Good luck, guys.
Okay, so a pretty firm rejection here from 50K, if you ask me. So we rejected. We pushed above 50K, really rejected. Very interesting. We really came up and we just nailed this this dynamic support resistance level on our pitchfork here. You guys know I've kind of been eyeing a rejection from 50K and a pullback towards 35K, which is right around this area. And so for now, I think that's what I'm still planning on. I I'm going to try and find a way to snag a short in this area. We won't be able to here on Bitcoin because we just crossed back below our moving average. This is not quite how this works, but this is almost like a retest of the moving average. If we had maybe a different length of moving average here, we probably would have come up, nailed it from below, and then rejected here.
With the way that looks anyways, though, I think that even though that it's going to begin in signaling, I think that you have more time for that to kind of go sideways to snag that short, because I do think that there will be that
the rest of this week. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, I think that it would behoove you to stay a little patient here and let's see how price acts, and then you'll likely get that press back up to 50K and then really snag that short under the baseline. So that's what I'll be looking for.
Yeah, we're getting a cross under here on our oscillator. We still have 5 days left out of this week, so I would be really shocked if we closed very far below 45,000 anytime this week. So we'll just we'll keep our eyes on it. For right now, there's not a lot we can do. We hadn't longed Bitcoin, and we can't quite short it yet. We did almost do the expected movement here on Bitcoin CME. So you can see we're expecting a pullback from this spot a little further than we did. And then the movement upwards towards this support resistance level right here.
I had a limit at 53,300. Just barely didn't get hit for a short.
Yeah. That's poker. Sorry, but I think CME here, the rejection looks even clearer.
Yeah, that's what I'm
still at least aiming for 35 right here. This is a very beautiful spot. I kind of like this.
Maybe 26. I'm going.
Ethereum, even worse than Bitcoin today. You know, it was worse than Bitcoin today, but the weekly does not look as bad as Bitcoin's weekly does.
At least you're still keeping track.
Yeah, we're still...
And Bitcoin's been outside of its trend for quite a while.
Yeah, Bitcoin has this this bearish engulfing candle here, but Ethereum does not. We could be having buyback here. Essentially, we have to stay above 3,400. This previous resistance level that we had been underneath. This has to become support. We have to get bought up here. We have to keep going on Ethereum. If we close back below 3,400, this would all be back on the table. I would expect a sweep back down towards 2,100. There we go. Don't need that one. Sorry, I've got both log trends and linear trends drawn out on this. Maybe we got something else here. Here we go. Let's zoom out even more. Yikes. We're getting a lot of bearish divergences on our oscillator here. Actually, this isn't quite a bearish divergence. Well, I guess you would call this a class C divergence. These are equal highs on the weekly, but it's a lower high on the oscillator here. It's still not great looking. Again, we've got 5 days this week in which, like, hey, I'm wrong. We totally get bought up. Everybody's right. It's time to buy the fucking dip. But, you know, everybody is saying buy the dip. I don't know about that. Let's look at crypto. Sorry, what was that?
Said everyone's usually wrong.
Yeah, especially in critical moments. The crowd is normally wrong.
Yeah, when they're all focused on getting rich. Bitcoin's got to go to 100K now.
Boom. What did I tell you guys? If there was one place where we can expect a reversal on Bitcoin dominance, it's this area right here.
Mhm.
So with Bitcoin dominance starting to reverse today, everything in crypto falling, I think an interesting read of this is that if the entire market crashes in this spot, alts are going to take it on the chin way harder than Bitcoin will. Therefore, Bitcoin dominance is likely to rise in this spot.
Even things going down.
Yeah.
Yep. Very similar chart to the Dixie that I was pointing out in the members lounge yesterday at the 12-hour pattern I was looking at.
This is similar to the Dixie in some ways.
Yep.
Let's see. Uniswap perp. It's an ugly drop today, but all we have is an exit signal. We're not below our moving average. Momentum hasn't turned negative yet. We're still above our uptrend. Overall, this could continue. I would be surprised if it did, but I'd be happily surprised. It's a shame because it was so bullish there. Maybe too bullish.
Perhaps too.
We'll see. Right now, this could be just a retest of the previous all-time high of 80,000 here on Uniswap perp. For those of you, that's right. I know there's some people that are probably new in the audience. FTX, the exchange, has several different perpetual contracts, which represent indices for altcoins. So there is alt perp, mid perp,
Shit perp.
yep, shit perp,
Love it.
exchange perp, privacy perp, DeFi perp, dragon perp. Dragon perp it's not obvious, but it's Asian coins. It's like Chinese coins. I don't know. I didn't name it. And then of course a Uniswap perp, which represents various Uniswap ship coins.
What kind of animal do you think
Uniswap perp has been the strongest here. DeFi perp back under resistance. Dragon perp has been very weak here compared to like Uniswap, making new all-time highs. Privacy coins, right? Exchange perp a little stronger, ultimately rejecting from the resistance that we had been eyeing, but maybe turning previous resistance into support here. We're not really sure. Kind of in the Keltner channel around our moving average, so this is a no trade zone for us. Just kind of leave it alone. It looks like crap. These markets look really crappy. See, however you want to draw this, we probably have a broken uptrend here on shit perp. Yeah. Interestingly, shit perp doing the worst out of all of the. You know what? That makes sense. So you would think all the highly volatile, low cap shit coins would be doing the worst in this spot right now, right? And that is true in shit perp, right? And shit perp represents centralized exchange shit coins, but Uniswap perp represents shit coins that are traded on decentralized exchanges. Therefore, people can't get their transactions through on the Ethereum network. So Uniswap perp didn't dump as hard today, huh?
And people don't want to pay the gas fees.
Exactly. Well, I mean, it's not that they don't want to. I bet some people couldn't.
Yeah, that's true. They just didn't have enough to. Yeah.
Well, I'm a hodler. It turns out.
Yeah, just like the market forced me to. Oh man, what a time to have to be forced to be a hodler, though. Maybe that's what ends up screwing people.
Precisely.
Good point.
maybe it's time to get off chain for pretty much most of retail. If I wasn't trading like large enough amounts, then it just wouldn't make sense to be doing any DEX trading on Ethereum right now. I can't imagine it. If I was trading like a few $100s at a time, it's like half your. It's like half. Yeah.
Like for me right now, though, I just looked at it. It's like $160 just to list an NFT. Like just to get it on the open market. Like I'm like, whoa, crazy.
Okay. Well, I think we can take a wild guess that the dollar is doing well today, right?
I warned you.
Big day on the dollar here.
Time transformation called that beautifully because that signal was there yesterday. And that's what I posted about.
Yeah. It's right. It did close yesterday.
Beauty.
You know, that's one of the great things about time transformation. There's like 1 day's worth of lag on letting you know that a reversal has occurred.
Yeah, that's why I like compare. That's why I have a Minx and time transformation both on my chart at the same time, even if I'm not utilizing it within one of the strategies, because I like comparing them against each other on that little lag.
Yeah. Whoops. Sorry, I didn't know that popped up. So, actually, I think it was one of our members. It might have been Ali, but they pointed out that while we had definitely found resistance in this area, that there was potential for us to come down and find support. This entire area is a support resistance flip area. So we come down here and we seem to be finding some support off of the bottoms from August to 2020. Well, if there's really not much to say about this. We kind of hope the dollar is going to reject more here, but I imagine it's at least going to be a rough couple weeks. Our best hope is we make some sort of head and shouldery pattern, or just make a lower high and then continue lower. But after coming down this month and starting to reverse, I just don't see us stopping tomorrow here.
Can you draw a broadening wedge on that? Because I think we get a higher high out of the Dixie.
Interesting. So you're thinking kind of a broadening wedge, like
and then we come up and hit a higher high there. And then in the midst of that bloodbath is when we get that sell off to the lower 20s is what I think.
Something like that.
Yep.
Okay. Maybe.
I like that for now.
All right. So that's what you're looking for, and then I'm looking for really a lower high, and then this is what we hope will happen. This is what's probably going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. That's
yeah. This is ideal. This is what we want to happen, but this is the one that's probably going to happen.
Yeah, ideal, most likely.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, so dollar up, traditional markets down, right? That's how it works.
Big money, no whammies, no whammies. Boom, getting sold into. That's going to be a big short, man.
Oops.
Oh, yeah, that low.
So we've been kind of toying with the idea that a member brought us a few weeks back of this being a large-scale distribution area, a Wyckofian distribution area. So those of you who may have never seen a distribution pattern before, hold this right here. Stock charts is a very good one.
Pause it. Big believer.
Here we go.
And I mean, it looks shot for shot right now, man. Especially with this rejection, I think that this is sizing up really, really well.
Let's get all the visual information out of here so it's less confusing. Last point of supply. Buying climax, automatic reaction, secondary test. See here, last point of supply here. Buying climax, automatic reaction, secondary test. Signs of weakness. It's like, hey, if things are so bullish, why are sellers stepping in so hard over here, right? That's what signs of weakness are. But then, no, it's all right. Buyers take over again. Buyers take over again. It's all right, we're going higher. But then you start making lower highs. It's, it's not supposed to happen when things are bullish.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, there is a trend here that we are still holding. We'll say that maybe we can still bounce here. Sure. It's really questionable. Like why have we been unable to move above this moving average? Why are we making a lower high here? We'll know for sure if we close at all below 350. If we close below 350 on the Dow Jones ETF, I'd say pull the plug, get the fuck out. No question. At this time, I do think you should be considering taking profits and going a little flat. But if you're just like, well, Alex is a bear all the time, which is true, then you can hold on here. I would understand that. But if we broke this uptrend and if we end up below 350, just get the fuck out.
Send it, dude. Like, there's nothing there that would make you want to have a bullish stance on it besides hopium, and that means that you don't know what you're doing anyways.
Yeah, but I'm basically ready to pull the trigger on a short here for the Dow Jones.
I'm with you on it.
Yeah, I'd be willing to buy puts.
Like, look how momentum is supposed to be increasing to the upside on a parabolic trend. We're going sideways and increasing momentum to the downside. Like, once that breaks, go for it. I mean,
well, parabolic trend was broken a while back. So,
yeah, I mean, if it's going to continue, you need to keep increasing to the upside, and we're not. We're going sideways. The longer sideways, the more chance that you're going to go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think you made Wyckoff proud.
Thank you. I think he would cry if he saw the markets. No. Oh, this is interesting.
Dude, could you imagine?
Yeah. This is so interesting. QQQ is still moving up here. This is the NASDAQ ETF. Yeah, where's all this strength coming from? This is really interesting. What's this on the back of?
Look at Tesla. I think Tesla's doing well today.
It's a big day on Tesla.
Tesla, how's Microsoft doing? I mean, maybe
Tesla breaking above this retracement level I have marked out here. Holding along, holding its uptrend rather. Yeah, it looks strong.
Big day on Apple.
And Apple going for all-time highs today. Damn.
That looks real good.
AMD didn't look too strong here.
In your face.
Facebook's strong. Jeez, look at this weekly.
That weekly looks great. Price discovery.
Jeez.
Well, that makes sense for the QQQ then. How it's bucking the trend.
Well, that's good for us. If money can keep flowing into tech stocks, then money could keep flowing into crypto, right?
Yeah.
Maybe the Dow Jones takes a tumble. Most of tech stocks do poorly, but the 5 big tech stocks continue to run, which pulls up the NASDAQ, even though, the smaller companies are suffering. And then crypto can still do well because tech and crypto are, kind of intertwined in that way.
Yeah. Getting a little toppy there.
Yeah. Starting to get an exit signal here on the SPY. I don't really think this is something that we're interested in shorting into, though. It's just not there yet. It could just keep marching up like it has for the past few weeks.
This is why we don't pull the trigger before we get a full signal, people.
Yeah. Well, you know, I can't imagine that very much anything is doing well in the markets today. Gold, oof. Well, that's it. I think it's time to start looking to take profit on that long that we've been in since 720.
Oh, that's a killer
Broken-
long on gold.
Broken the uptrend here. We've got a. Is this a bearish divergence? Yes, this is a lower high, right? Right here we got a bearish divergence on our oscillator here. We've broken the uptrend. Yada yada. It's bearish, so I'd be looking to dump my gold long here, maybe at like a slightly better price. Silver, I think it's probably still better to look to be long from this area. You know, we had the chance to dump here, and we kind of didn't. So, I feel like the market's willing to let silver continue to wander up.
And I would agree with that as well, is because when we've been looking at these over the last weeks, it seems like silver's been taking it on the chin a lot harder than most. So I could see it absolutely continuing up there to that 25 range.
Potentially, yeah. 25 is not a bad spot to be eyeing.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, sorry, my cord is stuck here. There we go. Palladium. Oh my God, how does he do it?
With his mind bullets.
Yes, we've all known this was coming for Palladium. I've been saying this since July.
I want to go back. There was a few shows in there where we were like, well, maybe I'm wrong. Well, maybe, oh, there it is. Like,
yeah.
It was pretty funny.
It is resistance. Look at that. I guess this one, this was just a really good fake out here.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed that we were turning this previous support level into resistance, but then we made a higher low and we broke this downtrend, but now we've rejected here. Most likely we're in for a little bit more downside on platinum. I guess I just wouldn't do anything in this spot at this time. Unless I was at a log, in which case I'd be looking to get out.
Mr. Ether says that there was big news for Tesla. What?
There was big news for what?
Tesla.
Tesla, huh? Let's find out more.
Well, hopefully Apple got some big news too, because they're doing well. Day protect.
Copper, kind of interesting here. I still think we could wander up to retest the highs before we dump, but I don't expect new highs out of copper. Brent crude, this is our last chance to really
Get out of there.
This is either your last chance to get short or your last chance to escape from your short if you've been short. We're definitely on the edge of both trends here. We recovered our uptrend briefly after rejecting below it here, but we're still holding the downtrend.
I say get out. I think that thing's going at least down to 69.
Yeah, I'm looking for like $55.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this makes the most sense. You see, we've got a long-term support level all the way back here. This is, I think, the most ideal location to see oil come down to. Corn, as you guys know, we had been kind of looking to take this long. Once we made a new low here around 570, we kind of gave up on that idea. Certainly seems as if corn is going to continue to break down. Great for food prices.
Man, it's hilarious to see Twitter come to life. After one dump, people are already charting the wick of this into a bullish pattern.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, they better wait for the daily to close.
Like they're already on. They got on the weekly scale. Like, yep, this is going up. Sure, crazy.
Soybeans continuing to break down here. Sugar, there we go. I think this is the spot where you would you could at least scalp short here. We've got a break of the uptrend.
Go back to test old resistance.
So we're below our moving average. We're below zero on our oscillator. WADA's firing off. This is basically a go. Yesterday probably would have been more ideal. I believe then we were still above the qualifying line. But I could understand if you were looking to join today and then just kind of hold here. Even if you had to get a little bit of underwater, spend a little time underwater here.
You probably will.
Everything is down. Wheat, it's kind of a sideways day, really. Australia, I still cannot make heads or tails of what's going on in this spot. Is it support? Is it resistance? I don't know.
It's gonna keep going sideways.
We've got these big wicks up here. We've got these big wicks down here. Even the weekly could go either way still. Boom. China's recovering.
China's on the up and up.
Yep. This is the area that we had been looking for a reversal.
Long the shit out of that up to the base.
Oh. Who fired the missiles on the long? Oh, that was me, right? Yeah, that was me on Friday. Hi. Yeah, that's right. So this was something that we've been kind of anticipating here. This was an ideal area to look for along because, as you can see, previously this had been a resistance in 2015, 2018, and 2020. We break through that. We come back down all the way and retest previous resistance as support. Very classic price behavior here. And then today we're breaking out of the downtrend that I kind of have demarcated here. And this was a good spot because it was just a low risk, high reward opportunity. We enter here in this spot. If we're wrong, if we close down here, we're out. Okay, whoops. Scratch that one. And then if we're right, we've got so much upside, and now we're breaking out. It's just a chef's kiss. Beautiful. France, not so hot here. I don't like that we're spending all this time on the other side of our weekly moving average. We're also underneath the daily moving average here. Overall, things are kind of bearish, right? Where's our 3-day? Wah, wah. Not so hot.
Hot.
Yep, so not hot. So I'm definitely looking for a rejection here. Where's a good place to look? Well, why don't we look for the same thing that we were looking for on China? That worked out well. Let's look for a retest of the previous all-time high area.
Boom. 61.
See? Hong Kong, easy peasy, guys. Once we broke the downtrend, we knew we were going up. We've gotten a very good follow through here. I would probably look to start take my first profit around like 96.6 or 26.6, which is resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. The UK, remember, we needed to make new highs here to consider going long, and certainly if we break back down below this level, this is going to be, yeah. Tell you what, I'm willing to. I think this is time to consider going short on this.
It's time.
There we go. It really depends on if we finish today with a bearish engulfing candle, like it seems we're going to. For right now, I'm going to assume so. I'm going to say it's short in time.
It's short in time.
India has been a really spectacular long. We've been eyeing this one ever since this very, very clear inverse head and shoulders pattern. We caught this. The measured move took us to here, and at this point, we were willing to go short India, and then we were surprised with this very big green candle right here, which signaled continuation. Kind of ridden this signal to here. And now I would be looking to start to look for the exits here on India. As you can see, we're just really kind of petering out here on momentum. On the daily, we've got big candles, medium candles, small candles here. We'll see. Once there's a reversal candle, then that'll be the signal to look for the exits. You know, I think that's really enough. I've gone kind of long today on this stuff. Why don't we look at chart requests, Jack?
Yes,
let me
certainly.
get a glass of water.
Yeah, you do that for now. I will hold things over. Yeah, guys, it's 10 after, 12 after to be specific. And yeah, we've run a little late, but that's a good thing because, of course, well, it's the week opener, right? We did a podcast yesterday. Today is a good way to open, and we spent a little more time looking at some of the markets today. Today seems like a quite the mover and shaker in the market, so we dedicate a little more time, and of course we don't have too many requests lined up either.
Isn't it kind of funny how, like, when the market kind of takes a shit, like, all the requests kind of slow way down? We only have 5 requests.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, really? No wonder Jack didn't stop me today.
Precisely.
Right?
Precisely. We don't have too many requests on the tail end of the show, so I therefore allowed Alex to indulge a little longer in the TA. Right. I do have a bunch of requests log. I'm adding a couple more as we speak, but we're going to get into the request.
One more thing I need to grab too. This my vape ran out of battery, so
Indeed.
need to get my little electronic IV fixed.
All right, to let him do his vape battery swap or whatever he's about to do. And I'm going to get the next request up on the board. What are we opening with today? It's from Damian Hughes. Indeed, it's about what you expect. This one, of course, the token that bucked the trend. All right, my middle mouse button isn't working anymore. My mouse wheel was going out, and now I can't click mouse button 3. What's going on here? This sucks. I need a new mouse, but they don't make this one anymore, and I've really grown accustomed to it. I gotta go to eBay and see if I can find a new old stock version of this mouse. I don't want to.
Yeah,
All right.
Why is that special?
I don't know. You grow accustomed to using the same mouse with the same buttons in the same spot.
Got all your Dorito gunk on it?
No, mine is mint. Just the third button has officially worn out. It's a shame, guys. I need to go to eBay after this. You know, I think it would have survived more. I think I gave it one aggressive click one day many moons ago, and that's all she wrote. All right, let's hit up Damian Hughes here in the live chat here. He says, "Did you see Solana Bitcoin?" Yes, Solana. Let's give Solana an all-around look because there's a lot of chatter concerning Solana today. USD, Bitcoin.
There's got to be a bunch of people in leverage positions who are so pissed off at that, like they just got wicked out, and then all of a sudden it's right back.
Oh yeah, that's quite a nice buyback today.
Oh yeah. Whoop.
Yeah, it's nice buyback, but even the buyback is getting sold into.
Yeah.
On the 4-hour, that actually doesn't look so nice.
Yep, everybody who was left to FOMO in just FOMO'd in.
Yeah.
It's like everybody just got fucked here, both ways.
That's what I think a lot of people kind of misconstrue or something. Everyone always thinks that like a buyback like that or high volatility means bullish, like for some reason, and that's not the case at all. Like it's just high volatility right now. It seems weaker to me than anything at this moment.
Yeah, after a move like that, you feel like you've gobbled up everybody's buy orders.
And you have to wait for that daily to close anyways, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, yesterday was really the opportunity to take a continuation long, and then we probably would have gotten stopped out anyway here. We're probably lucky that we're not in Solana right now. I mean, we're not lucky that it would have been nice to have been in at $5 and still be in. But I mean, we're lucky to have not entered yesterday, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So,
but I mean, across the board with the trades that me
I wish
and
they
you.
did from like 5 or something.
Yeah, but I mean, over the course of this run on Solana, me and you have both put out great trades on Solana, so we've definitely gotten pieces of this. So
yeah, very powerful day here on Sol Bitcoin. This is log too. Linear must be huge. Yeah.
very beautiful, very powerful.
No signs of weakness there, although it could be a blow off top. We'll find out more. We'll know more tomorrow. What's next?
All
Story of my
right,
life.
there's a look at Sol. Indeed, the next chapter always waiting to be written tomorrow in these markets. Let's have a look. We have the following: RSR and ALGO for Nick K in the YouTube chat.
Okay.
Ooh.
This is most likely a continuation signal that we can't take because it's a candle size violation. Let's take a look.
Just look at it.
Yeah.
We love buying the end of long red.
Huh, it's not.
Really?
I would still be pretty hesitant to take this after such a large move. Maybe if we can get a little bit of a pullback tomorrow back towards resistance near 4.3 cents. If we got that and we still had this continuation short, which we probably will, I might consider pushing into that. I don't like shorting the bottom of a big red candle like this. It's almost never a good idea.
Even if you do win on that, like over time, I think you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
Like on that signal.
Like for if we enter here, a lot of this juice is squeezed. This is a big movement. If we enter up here, maybe that makes a little bit more sense. And then we get like the rest of maybe we're taking profits. Maybe this ends up being where we get bounced from. We kind of retest this area, or maybe we even retest the lows. But one way or another, this is not the spot. What's next?
All right, that was a look at, was it ALGO in that case? No, it was RSR. Well, the next one up is ALGO for Nick K as well. It's the second half of his request. And in the meantime, quick shout-outs to Don Candon. Came through with a 20 knock super chat on YouTube, writing Free Justin. Well, thank you very much, Don Candon, for the 20, I think, Norwegian kroner. I think that's Norwegian kroner. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Don Candon. Oh, it's good money, dude. We just need an excuse to go there and spend it.
Yeah.
It's not lemons, but... Speaking of which, we better hit that chest here soon, Jack.
Ah, yes, we are running a little behind on that. Let me go stock that.
Okay, so we definitely... what's a good way to look at this?
With your eyes.
Boo, boo this man. Let's turn off the no trade zone here and put my VPVR back on. I need that. You know, there's not like a clear resistance area in this spot. Well, maybe that's not true. Maybe it's clear that resistance is actually all the way like up here. We come all the way down, retest the lows and the local point of control. And we bounce all the way back up to retest 175 on ALGO. Huh. Let's take a little bit closer look here. We don't seem to have a broken uptrend yet. It's holding. We'd have an exit signal, but we're not below the moving average. Momentum's still green. Tell you what, this is kind of a low risk entry spot. If you enter around 116, it's not. Essentially, you would just want to be out if we closed anywhere below $1 here. So I would probably use a soft stop. We could maybe even wick low here, but this is not a bad spot to be entering as long as you're willing to be out below $1 and risk manage accordingly to that. There's some reasons to want to be buying at this spot. See support, resistance here, resistance, support again, potentially support again, maybe.
Wish someone would.
Yeah. What's next?
All right, big shout outs to, of course, Nick K on YouTube, RSR, and ALGO. We got that scratched off. Next one up is TOMO. I'm going to go prepare to open that chest. I did drop 1,000 lemons in it. I'm going to celebrate, of course, the Labor Day long weekend. Yesterday's episode we missed, and your boy Justin Wise live in the chat. Going to double up the usual prize. Kind of a special occasion, so guys, get ready. I'm going to open that in about 30 seconds. In the meantime, Alex will take us through TOMO. Get ready, get ready.
It's really ugly. There is I think we could potentially wander upwards towards $3 again, but I expect rejection and oh my gosh. Maybe a retest of $1?
Take it back to the point of control. Do it.
What? What?
Said take it back to the point of control. Do it.
Nah, that doesn't make sense.
I know, not right now. But damn, that would month.
Yeah, it kind of makes the most sense here. This is just, I mean, today's candle is just so ugly. This is 35%.
No trade is still a trade, people.
Wow.
Just getting slaughtered, boy. How many weeks of gains is that given back in a second? Like,
It's back to June. What's next?
All right, big shout outs to Polly B. That was your look at TOMO, and we have at least three big winners to announce here on the lemon leaderboard. Blackbird 987, 220 lemons. Taz Blitz 120 lemons. Crypto Bull 90 lemons. Big shout outs to you fellas. All right, what do we have remaining on the request line? A few got jammed in here a little later in the show, guys. We're going to be winding it down in, say, maybe 10 minutes or so. Let's take a look at this one. Rolo Maximus, please take a look at KDA Bitcoin if you could. All right, let's give that craft dinner a look.
What?
KDA, Caderna, I think it's called. Caderna Bitcoin.
See if we got something a little better to look at. Oh, this is USDT. It's showing a little bit of strength here. I kind of think it might be a little late to enter. Maybe not. We're still beneath the qualifying line here. I guess my problem with it is there's just not a lot of data here to work with. We could keep going, maybe. There's just not a lot that's super exciting here, especially because our oscillators just and our momentum indicators just aren't ready to really do TA on this market. Maybe it's better to just leave it alone for a while. I mean, if it's, I mean, it's like mildly bullish, sure. What's next?
All right, next up, big shout outs to Rolo Maximus for KDA Bitcoin. We have the following for Jordan Stotts on YouTube. Jack, can we look at DBA Agriculture Fund? He asked. Sure can. DBA Agriculture.
It looks like shit. Get the fuck out. Didn't I say that last week?
I feel like we say a lot
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah. Get out of the agriculture fund. Sell your shit. Okay, wait, that sounds too much like financial advice. I would sell my shit if I were in an agricultural fund.
Sell your shit. Oh wait, that sounds too much like a financial advice.
I mean, this looks awful. I wouldn't want to be in this right now.
Lot of resistance there, bud.
Yeah.
All right, there's your look at DBA for Jordan Stotts. Let's keep it rolling. Only a few minutes left in the show, and the guys are still pouring in with the requests. We got to knock out a couple more before we begin to wind it down. We have Ed, Ted, Zed on DLive writing. If you have time, I will add in Cardano. All right, Ada.
All right. Well, I believe I told you that it was time to get out last week when we crossed beneath this, beneath the trend line, and when we went beneath the moving average. And I think that just kind of bears out that once the trend line gets broken, just get out of the trade.
Yeah, because if you're talking to yourself after that trend breaks, it's likely that you're trying to talk yourself into a reason staying in it.
Yeah.
Just when you get the breaks, just suck it up and do it. Like, that's one of the hardest parts of doing this, but it's one of the things that people gloss over is being able to make that decision.
I'll be interested to see what happens over the course of this week. I'm not necessarily ready to put the nail in, to say the nail's been put in the coffin yet here, but it certainly seems as if we've run out of momentum here in this spot. You see big candle, medium candle, small candle, reversal candle. This is what happens when we see momentum start to shift from one direction to the other. Buyers take over, then sellers take over. Buyers kind of ran out of steam. Sellers took over. What's next?
All right, Cardano in the bag. Let's knock out another one or two, shall we? It's Ponzi. Wants to look.
Let's get done as close to 2:30 as we can because we need to meet.
Yes, you are absolutely correct. Thank you for the reminder. Indeed, we actually do have a tight schedule to keep today, guys. So I'm going to name off the remaining requests still on the block here, and we will do, let's say, one more. Apologies if we can't knock them all out, guys. Tomorrow will be, of course, another day. Wednesday we'll be back for another edition, and we'll get right into them. Here are the remaining requests. Refinance for It's Ponzi, PDEX for Austin James of the YouTube chat, Kusama and Phantom for It's Ponzi, as well as Sushi, and finally we have Doge on the board from Rolo Maximus. Look at Doge Bitcoin if you don't have time. Okay, cool. So those are the ones: Doge, Kusama, Sushi, PDEX, Reef. Any of those sound worth looking at?
Let's look at Sushi. Let's look at Kusama.
Kusama fanboy there.
Sushi looks like crap. We rejected from our marked out resistance again with a bearish divergence. Don't be in this trade right now. Well, it's kind of too late, I guess. I just don't see being a buyer yet in this spot. I want to see us have a reaction off a low, not just get bought up off of the high.
Still collecting your thoughts, or did we?
Sorry
No problem.
about that.
All right. Well, that was Sushi, and finally, you agreed to do Kusama, unless, of course, you still have something more to add. Kusama it is.
Kusama does look pretty rough here. We are finding some support here, but with us below the moving average here, I just don't like it. This is the resistance level we had marked out, right? This is one of the resistance levels. It's like, okay, if this level holds, we'll look to this level. Oh, we're rejecting from this level. Are we just gonna, forget that was the original plan? I haven't. I think we should prepare for the worst here. 3-day bearish divergence. I think it makes sense to look a little lower here than this spot. At least a retest of the lows.
All right. Terrific.
Okay.
I think that's well said on Kusama. Some food for thought. Excellent analysis there. And great tea all around. And of course, well, brilliant audience holding it down. Thank you, everybody who came through today, including the super chat from Don. And yeah, big shout outs to everybody in the chat. Big shout outs to Justin Wise, who came through the chat as well. I'm glad everybody got a chance to kick it with us today. But that's it. We got to go to wrap. Once again, guys, do check out that premium.crackingcryptocurrency.com. That's, of course, where you find all our premium material, including the Pathways to Profits course, and soon featuring all types of extra goodies. Alex, I'm going to make sure you exit your... Thank you. Yes, lots of goodies over on Premium, and, of course, the replay. If you missed any part of today's analysis, there's going to be timestamps coming up in the description below. I also post them in the new content channel in Discord. Usually update that and ping everybody when it goes live. So if you do want to catch the replay with the timestamps, hang tight. It comes shortly after the show. Otherwise, that's it. Final words to the analysts. Out we go.
I don't have anything more to say. Trade safely.
Yeah, I mean, just trade safely. The volatility is super high, so sitting on your hands is still a great decision, to be honest with you, because we could get some more volatility to both sides. I think the overall trend is going to start to trend to the downside, but we're going to need some more time for that. Just
all right.
Make sure that you're trading safely, guys. And I mean, make sure that you're paying attention to leverage as well, because you just witnessed it. Even 5X is getting wiped.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, risk accordingly. Much love. Peace out till tomorrow.